they could also share some additional issues they have faced, and that would be helpful for Sriram to catch up.
Okay, I hope I can answer their questions.
Okay. So do you have an agenda, or shall I just share the sheet that was created?
Yeah, I've got the document.
Okay.
I've
Okay.
made some short comments just to keep my mind in the right direction while elaborating on it.
Okay. Okay. I'm sharing it now. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So over to Sriram. Do you like
Yeah.
to take over? Yeah.
Hi, Wiktor.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. First, can you please tell me the application flow of the SRW?
Okay, application flow. So this is the last question. Okay, the code is developed, but that's not the issue. And the Jenkins file, Jenkins is basically the doing everything to deploy application. So you have package build in Jenkins and deployment. Basically, I won't elaborate on package build because everything is on developers side, because Jenkins files is also handled by developers. So if they need any change in build process, they can make it by themselves. So so that's not the case for infrastructure, but the flow is not only package building, it's also deployment. So after package is built, it's uploaded to our YAML repository, which we are handling here in our team in Poznan is handling this this service, and it's located in AWS S3, and we are using it for all our servers. So packages uploaded, and here comes the chef part, because there is a chef environment definition updated. It's only package version update. So basically, what's done here, it's environment. It's downloaded from chef. Its package version is changed and it's uploaded again. And then there's a chef client trigger for all nodes. Depending on environment, it can be dev, stage, and all the things. The next part is I have no idea what's going out there, because it's not, I didn't make that. It's update APG. I have no idea how APG is configured, unfortunately. So I can't really tell you anything about this. But there is some kind of step. It's described in Jenkins file, so you have to look there for an answer how it's done. And tests are also handled by developers, and everything, every part of that flow, it's apart from chef client on actually on environment nodes. Each part is done here in Jenkins, so Jenkins nodes are handling this.
Okay. Can you please explain about the chef tool and how we can troubleshoot if any developer is facing any issues regarding the chef?
Well, chef, we have chef cookbooks. But are you familiar with chef? You know, it's software provisioning for servers.
No, I don't
It's
have the knowledge in chef.
okay. It's kind of like Ansible or Puppet. Maybe you know that.
Yeah.
And basically, it's we are keeping our software definitions and provisioners as code. So we have cookbooks. They are making some installation, some configuration files on directly on server nodes, and it's basically it's handled by Poznan DevOps team, but we're just in a process of granting access to cookbooks, to all that Chef infrastructure and Chef code to other DevOps team people. So you probably will get access to that, but I don't think there's a much to change there. But I guess in future you can get access to it and change cookbooks the way you want. Okay. But for now, because I'm not responsible for that change, so I guess it's being done, that that access changes. So
Victor,
yeah,
if you don't,
but I won't explain how Chef works here, because I don't think this is the issue.
Victor, if you don't mind, can you share me your screen and log into the Chef?
Okay, but it's original Chef managed server. Okay, just wait here. Wait a second. Okay, can you see it?
1 minute, Victor. Yes.
Okay, so no, this is not this one. Okay, so this is official page, because we are using Chef Manage from the provider. So you just make an account. It's not Pearson account. It's just a regular account, and then you get connected with our organization. So there's nothing you can do here really, except for maybe viewing what's here. That's all. So you have node definitions here, and each node has its own definition, and this definition contains which cookbooks are going to be run on this node. So just first thing here, for example, let's say it can be this. It doesn't really matter. So each node has attributes, and it's handled by Chef. And as you can see, there's a lot of attributes for different cookbooks, which are making or installing or configuring different services. And the main thing here is run list. So basically, node definition contains information about which recipes. Recipe is, it's, let's say, a script which contains exact recipe what to do on the node. So you can include some recipes in this node definition, and it's going to be run on server during Chef client process. Okay, so this is the first thing, and this is basic thing, the node definition. And then you have environment definition, because each node can be connected with certain environment, and environments also can contain different attributes and versions of cookbooks, because you don't really want you don't have to put this here, but you have to know that if you don't put exact version, you will always get the latest. So it's not always convenient. Okay, you can put some attributes here. Those attributes, like for example package version, are handled by a cookbook itself, and it can change the cookbook behavior. It depends on how cookbook it's written. So and Jenkins does that. Jenkins changes this package version attribute during the deploy, and Cookbook uses this attribute, this package version attribute, to deploy package, basically. So if you change package version in an environment and run Chef client, the Chef client will use Cookbook, and Cookbook will use this attribute to deploy exact version of package. So that's how we change packages versions. So, and this is environment, and the cookbooks, of course, are let me find some SRW maybe. Okay, so this is SRW cookbook, and it had a lot of versions, and you can just view content here, like recipes. You have different recipes depending on which node are you providing. If you're providing app node, you just basically use node app recipe. If you're providing load balancer, you use this. Let's say node app, and this includes two recipes, internal recipes, let's say, because they have underscore in the front of it. So we have app server and app logs. App logs is quite boring, so let's say app servers. And you can see first thing here, you have defined YAM repositories you want to use for that node, and they are defined here in attributes. So attributes can contain here YAM repositories, and you want to use those two YAM repositories because probably you want some software from here, and you want SRW packages which are sent to YAM repository, exactly to this repository in S3. So you're adding this repository to use to have access to SRW packages on the node. Here you have some package like preferences, or maybe some let's say configuration strings, and this block here just installs system packages. And this block installs front end, back end, and I guess some basic other packages. Everything is defined in attributes. So if you see that attribute is like package name, you can see just take a look here, and you get Pearson app SRW package version and other packages needed by your package or maybe other tools. So yeah, that's basically what's going on here. And Nginx, it's installed. This block just runs some command. It's like OpenSSL command. This enables Nginx service. You have some directories that are made here, some files, and defined templates. Templates are really handy because you can use attributes there, so you can always edit configuration files on the fly, just changing environment. Okay, another template, some templates. So basically, it contains the recipe. What are you going to do to create some directories, files, packages are installed here. So that's what are we using to deploy software. And if you're not familiar with Chef, you should be. You can use. They have really good tutorial on their sites. It's like Learn Chef.io.
Okay.
Because yeah, all infrastructure all infrastructure now is based on Chef. So
If we, Victor, if we do a deployment using a Jenkins, so what type of errors we can face in Chef related? Like what type of errors?
yeah, if you don't change anything really badly in code, I don't think you will get any problems with Chef. Because yeah, only thing that is that can cause a problem, it's, for example, if you code if you add some dependency, some system dependency in your code, and you don't put it in Chef cookbook, you won't get this this package installed on the node server. So you will face the problem with missing dependencies, for example, if you don't update cookbook, right? And if you want to provide some new configuration file that doesn't exist in the code itself, in the package itself, but you need some configuration file on the server in some different place, and you won't put it in the cookbook, it won't be created basically. So you will face that kind of problem. But if you won't make any changes like this, I don't think there is any problem with Chef, because it automatically I done something. It handles Jenkins is handling package version change, like I said, in an environment file. So this is not the problem here. I mean, only some configuration files or packages on server.
Okay.
Okay.
Victor, I'm Sundar. I have one question for you.
Yeah.
That is, suppose I need to install some support package for front end, need some Canvas support. That type of package support, where to install and how to change upgrade version like that.
Well, there's a question of if this package exists in our repository, and you have to update the cookbook. Like if you want, for example, let's get back to this one. Here, if you want to install some tools, like system tools, like basic system package, so like you can see you have JQ here or something else, Node.js without version. So the latest one. So if you want, for example, another Python module to be installed, you have to put it here, or in environment file. But because this is really flexible, those are defaults, but you can also add some changes in environment file. But basically, you have to change something in Chef if you want to get package installed. But if let's say if you have Node.js app and you are providing all necessary dependencies in the code, you won't have you don't need to change anything in Chef, right? Because Node is using dependencies locally.
Okay.
Yeah, does this answers your question? Maybe I can tell something more. I don't know. Okay.
And then
Do you have access for this?
no, for Chef, I already signed up, but I just spoke to Matches. He said like now our new engineers, we are just organizing for new engineers. So if you want to take a part into, please contact to these two.
Okay, we need to send an email.
No, I already spoke to in Slack itself.
Okay, fine.
See.
Yeah, Maciej is in charge of adding people to a Chef organization. So I guess only he can, or maybe not only he, but I can't do this for certain, and I don't think any other DevOps in Poznań have access to this. So, you know, this is really important for all infrastructure. So we want to keep track on who can access this, right?
And the next question, Victor.
Okay.
Yeah, and then next question, like, can you log into the any dev server? Can you show me that Jenkins script and logs where it is, where we are maintaining a script in a particular path?
To the Jenkins node.
Yeah, Jenkins. Like, I think you have already shared a few servers, like dev 0, 1, 2, 3, right?
Just wait. Okay. Can you share me your screen, because it will be easier that way?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It is sharing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Victor.
Yeah. Okay, I can see. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think you have shared like a few servers.
All these are all servers. I mean, this is all SRW infrastructure. There's nothing more.
Okay. can you tell me like where is the path and where can I go and check that script and all log error paths everything in Jenkins related?
As I said, and I did comment on that, all pipeline is done in Jenkins nodes. So if you want to see some I don't know, build errors or maybe something like this, you have to look in Jenkins, because there's nothing is going on SRW servers except for Chef client, and yeah, all that build and deploy is handled in Jenkins. So every I don't know, errors during the pipeline, they are basically logged by Jenkins and its console output. So if you want to see that, you have to look in Jenkins.
But I don't have the Jenkins server access.
You don't have Jenkins access.
No, Jenkins.
Okay, so.
But where can I go and check in server level? I am asking that one. No, which server it is pointing?
I don't really understand that. I mean,
that is he asking. Suppose our main branch is now a working develop. Suppose I need to change our main branch from working develop to any other branch like previous develop branch. Suppose changing one pipeline to another pipelines, he need permission. Correct?
To change Jenkins file from different branches, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you have to edit the Jenkins build pipeline configuration basically, but there is a way to change that. I mean, we can change it to use Jenkins file from branch you have chosen during build if you want. But you have to remember that you have to be sure that Jenkins file is in each branch of your code, right?
Oh, yes, Victor.
Or I'm answering something else. Maybe I just misunderstood the question.
So if we are putting a build from a particular branch, always will it take from the respective branch? I mean, Jenkins file, will it take from the respective file, or it is defined somewhere else?
No, now it's fixed to develop branch. But if you want to, we can change it to respective branch if you want. Okay. So you will have Jenkins file for each branch, and you can have different Jenkins files for each branch. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, but if you want that kind of thing, just I don't know, maybe make some note here or send me an email so I can remember to change that. Okay.
Okay.
And how to stop the build job in UA using Jenkins?
UI we have.
Okay, in Jenkins UI you have like the red cross. So
yeah, we have that. Yeah,
I don't.
No, login Jenkins.
Oh, yeah, login. See.
Go SRW pipeline.
Any builder?
Well,
no. If build
usually next to the running build, you will have that red cross to cancel it.
Yeah. He was interested in how to stop it on the respective server. I mean, if build runs, it will be running on the AWS server, right? He was interested to know how can we terminate that particular Jenkins build from the server.
Okay. As I said, builds are run on Jenkins nodes, and those Jenkins nodes are locally they are located in Poznan basically. So you can only cancel build using Jenkins UI, except it's only for package deploy. But you can cancel package deploy using dot, like DevOps tools. I don't know if you already have access there or not, but But regarding build or pipeline flow, you can cancel it using UI only.
Okay.
And that works. I mean, if you just made some mistake and you don't want that build, just cancel it and it will get canceled.
Okay, and last week we had an issue in Jenkins dev environment. It's look like a build is not processing, getting error build package. It's showing like no space left on device. So what can?
Yes. I've made a comment on that. Basically, Jenkins node just run out of space, and Andrzej is responsible for Jenkins and everything that is connected with Jenkins. So in that kind of situation, you have to just write to him that, hey, we need more space or new node or more nodes for Jenkins. So he will handle that.
Victor, I just would like to understand. I mean, at which scenario this issue might happen? Because I mean, if we put more bills or if we create more branches due to the auto build, or I mean, in which scenario this could happen? As far as you have knowledge on this.
Okay, if you have a lot of failed builds, Jenkins will have a problem to clean node itself, because there's like self-cleaning method for Jenkins, but it basically works only for successful builds. So if you have a lot of failed builds, it might be the problem that a lot of garbage will be left on the node.
Okay.
Jenkins node. So once you want to make another build, you will face that issue that, hey, there's no space left to, for example, to check out code from Git or to compile something, because there's no space, right? So it happens sometimes if you have a lot of failed builds.
Okay. So I think can we do something from Jenkins to resolve?
Unfortunately not.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You need to log in server.
In that case, we'll have to contact Andrews,
Andrews.
as he mentioned.
Yeah.
So
But he's very he responds quickly on that kind of issues, because it's often, it's not only in SRW.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
okay. Next question: if SRW site is slow, so how to resolve the problem? And
I have no idea how to answer that question, because it's so wide open. I mean, if your performance tests are saying that something is wrong, maybe something wrong with the code, because infrastructure stays the same. I don't know. Since I'm connected with SRW, I mean involved in SRW, we didn't make any change to infrastructure. So if you have like massive performance drop for some reason, I would say that maybe there's something wrong with the code. But if it's like constant performance degradation, like since, I don't know, maybe since half of a year or something, yeah, we might think about making more instances or bigger instances. But I don't think that's an issue, because the application is really small. So actually infrastructure can handle it pretty well. But I don't know if you're asking about that, because this is really wide open question. So I need some details on that.
Okay. Victor, last week we also faced update environment block is getting failed, and you also fixed the issue, I think.
What is getting failed? Because I had some
In
connection
Jenkins,
issues.
in Jenkins build, update environment getting failed last week.
Upgrading APG, right?
update environment.
Update environment step.
Environment. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Some because so I don't know if it's related to this problem, because we had some scheduler that just shut down nodes for, I don't know, weekend or or during night, but we just turn it off because you are in different time zones, so it doesn't really make sense anymore. But which environment was that? I can just take a quick look.
Yeah, I think Dev 0, Dev 1, QA.
QA, okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe I can show you my screen so you can see the dot and where can you check it. Okay, so this is dot DevOps tools, and you have to find your. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. So you have SRW QA environment here, and we can check the history of builds and deploy and everything basically what was triggered here. So okay, last week. Okay, I can see something here. Oh, okay, I remember that. That's really quite silly problem, because we oh no, maybe this is not this. Let me see. Anyway, oh yeah, this is, you can see this is the error. This is chef client log, and we have error here, and it says that service Zabbix agent couldn't restart. So I was wondering why, and it happens that my friends just make the new version, or not this one, the new version of Zabbix cookbook, like this one. It was different before. I mean, he made like breaking change, so so current configuration couldn't be handled by the new cookbook, so it failed. But I quickly changed that in Chef environment, so I just put the right version of Zabbix cookbook, and I hope that, oh, it's really slow today. Okay, so there was a failure, but as you can see, I updated it quickly. So let me see, and I put proper Zabbix version that was used here before. So that was the failure, but it happens really rarely, because we really try to keep certain versions of cookbook pinned in environments, so that won't happen, like this kind of issue. But this is not really connected with any kind of Jenkins pipeline code issue. It's just basically the fault of misconfiguring misconfiguring the environment here. I can show you maybe we can find something else. And it was QA, right? So this was missing. So if you don't have certain version put in environment, it will always get the newest. And as I said, my colleague just made the new version that contain breaking changes, and that's the issue. But you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Okay. Suppose this type of issue again happen, means how to find out, Victor?
If you have that environment update issue, you can find it here, because this is triggered by Jenkins, and as I said, it just changes the version of application, and I really doubt that it will be any problems with that. So if you have problem with deploy environment update, it's here on Chef client on Chef client run. So you can click on that execution failed button, and you will have all Chef client log, and somewhere here is your error, some like this one, right? Of course, to understand that, you have to know how Chef works, and maybe that's only the problem you will face. But if you want the log, it's always Chef client problem if you have a problem with Jenkins pipeline update environment. Okay.
Can we get access for this domain, this
DevOps tool?
DevOps tool, yes. You have to be connected with VPN, and if you just use that address .NET PL, You have sign up button here, and
Then it would be good if you could share
The
the
URL.
URL, please.
okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
And also, please send what type of stuff we need to do from our side for DevOps person. That is this type of DevOps tool and any other tools like you are working.
Okay, this tool, if you just sign up, any of DevOps from Poznan can give you an access. Okay, so let me. I don't know. You want this here or maybe on Hangouts?
Anywhere is fine, Victor.
Okay, anywhere is fine. I like that. Okay. Fine. So next question maybe.
How to do the API deployment?
I think
Like
that it will do.
RPG now it's completely out of my knowledge because this was made by my colleagues that were taking care of SRW long time ago, and they are not working here anymore. So I don't even have anyone to ask about this. So excuse me, but I don't really know.
Victor, can you send document regarding what are the tools we are using, like a DevOps tool and any other tools?
for us.
I've sent an email, but I can update it because I didn't mention Chef Manage there, so I will send you Chef Manage also.
Yeah, that would be
But
great.
as far as I know, you already or some of you already have a Chef Manage account, right?
No, we don't have.
No, we don't have.
But okay, Chef Manage account you can sign up by yourselves because it's official Chef Manage site, so it's not like Pearson Chef instance.
Okay.
And then you have to send your logins, preferably Pirut logins to or emails. I don't remember really, but you will see. It's either emails or login. You have to send it to Maciej, okay? So and then you will get access to Chef Manage server.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
Srikanth, have you got all the root access or the admin access?
No,
for the servers?
for server related, like SRW server related, I can able to access all the servers.
Okay.
To
Will you be
Dev 3, I cannot able to access, Victor.
Yeah, yes, because it's not enabled. Sometimes it's just shut down because I don't know, some time ago someone decided to shut it down. I don't really know because I know maybe it's because of there's not enough RPG licenses or something like this. I don't really know.
And
But it's there. Instance is there, but it's just shut down. Okay, it's just waiting for the better times.
And what about that LB01 and LB02? That is load balancer or any server?
Yes, but it's just regular EC2 node. It's not AWS load balancer. It's just regular EC2 node, and there's Nginx on it.
Where these servers are hosted in, I mean to say like in AWS or any other.
Yes, each of those servers are in AWS.
Okay.
Europe, I guess.
But I don't have an access right for AWS.
Okay, so this is another thing for Maciej. If you want AWS access for this account, for every account, you need to ask Maciej. I'm not able to grant you an access.
Okay.
Victor, one more thing. Here, DevOps person using Windows machine, he able to change any other server level from Windows, or he need to install in virtual OS for Linux machine like that.
Okay, there's a couple of issues with Windows machines. I mean, you probably want PowerShell or some kind of bash.
Yeah, I think
because
ourselves.
It's depends on what you prefer, PowerShell or Bash, because for Chef you will need a Chef deployment kit. I guess this is the name. Let me find it. It's I guess it's you can find this for Windows. Okay, that's fine. So like, okay, I will share that on chat also. So it's here, and this is basically a CLI tool for Chef managed servers. So so that allows you to upload cookbooks, download cookbooks from our server, and so on. And of course, everything that is connected with Chef infrastructure. So this might be an issue. I don't really know because I'm not using Windows, but I know that there were some issues from my colleagues that they had problems with configuring that Chef deployment kit to work properly, let's say. But I'm not an expert on it. Maybe now it's straightforward. Maybe it's easier. I don't know. And SSH access, it really depends on you. You can use PuTTY or you can use Bash, anything. I guess anything will work. And besides, I don't think that there is anything particularly connected with Linux or maybe something else. So Windows is fine like everything else. Some of us use Macs.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Maybe there's like a little, but I think it's configurable. I don't know the details because some of our cookbooks have unit tests written or smoke tests written, and you can trigger it locally, and they are using tools like Vagrant or VirtualBox or internal Chef testing tools. And I think that might be a problem to run it on different machine than Linux. But I don't think I don't say that this is something you can't configure. Okay, but I don't know the details because, as I said, I'm not using Windows.
Okay, Victor.
Okay.
For providing access, we need to check with NAPCHI. Is that right?
No. For all, if any resource will come to the SRW project, so we need to check with the
fine. Okay, that has to be discussed with NAPCHI. Any other questions?
Any other
pending?
questions, sir?
1 minute.
Just a minute, Victor.
Yeah. Oh, there was there a question because I couldn't really. You were talking with each other, so if there was a question, please repeat it.
Yes, sure, Victor. 1 minute. We will just get back.
Okay, fine.
Thanks for holding, Victor. We are back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, Victor. Other than this, do you have any any issues we will in future will face the in future will face?
I'm sorry, but
I mean,
there is some there's some connection problem, and I'm really hearing. Sometimes I'm not saying that's all the time, but sometimes I'm hearing like some screechy noises.
sorry about it, Victor. So, I mean, other than this, do you have anything which you would like to share with Sriram so that it would be helpful for him to, resolve?
Well, I don't think about anything right now because, as I said before, I'm not like regular SRW DevOps. It was just handed over to me because there was nobody else to handle that. And I don't have deep knowledge about this platform, but no, I don't have nothing on my mind right now. But you can always ask me during, like, if you face any issue, I will gladly help you. Of course, if I have any knowledge about your problems, right?
Yeah,
Thanks,
Okay.
Wiktor.
that's great. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Just don't hesitate to ask. Sometimes it takes me a while to respond because I have really a lot of things to do. So maybe I'm not responding really fast, but I will respond.
We completely understand.
Yeah, that's understandable, Victor.
Yeah, thanks.
And also, I think last week you have shared like one key, right? That Hope SH key.
Yeah, SSH.
Oh,
I mean,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
so fun.
But does it work already? But I thought I was thinking that this is resolved, but just contact me maybe after call so we can handle that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Victor, just a quick question. What is your availability for the next few weeks?
I would say poor. Not to say I will be unavailable until 6 June, but January. We have Christmas and I'm taking some days off. Okay, so but if it's really like terrible critical cause, you can ping me on Slack. I will be there somewhere. So if it's critical, I'm available, but I would rather not to work during Christmas.
Sure, Victor. We have not planned production for the next 2 weeks at least, so I think we should be fine. Just asked for I mean, just to know, I just asked.
Okay, I have my Slack app on phone, but during Christmas is like really for emergencies.
Okay, sure, Victor.
Thanks.
Any other questions, Sridhar?
Mm.
Okay, I think that's all for now, Victor. So thank you for your patience and all the details.
You're
Uh,
welcome.
we will get back if Sriram has any more questions, Victor.
Yeah. Just and if you have questions, you can always find me on Slack or via email. Okay.
Yeah, Victor.
Happy Christmas and Happy New Year, Victor, in advance. Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Happy holidays. Bye, Victor. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop broadcast, please.